You're now tuned in to PTSD Talk TV with your host Dilla and Dunn.
I can't believe it. Oh, ooh, I can't believe it. Oh, I can't believe it. Oh, I can't believe it. Oh.
We all have varying degrees of frustration with the government, with the administration, with the Congress, with the process, with the circumstances. It is frustrating. It is frustrating as a devil.
Spectacles, testicles, mullet, and watch.
It depends on which. Look, I've earned the vote. I've worked like the devil to earn the vote of the African American community. We're to another event, and he was laughing like the devil. We're honored that you accepted the call. And I'm not being solicitous when I say this. We owe your families. We owe your families. Because those of you working in the White House, those who will be here, those of you working in other agencies, you're going to work like the devil.
Joe Biden is planning to campaign in Florida Tuesday, telling reporters he will, quote, work like the devil to win over Latino voters.
Biden's proclamation for National Day of Prayer, you may not be sure. Biden recognizing the day without using the word God. Interesting.
We have this notion that somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Oh, I can't believe it. Oh, ooh, I can't believe it.
Le who? The her.
And you mean to say this bloke Biden isn't cognitively delinquent? Have a listen to this. The President of the United States of America.
We have to do more than just build back better. We have to build back better.
Bingo said you stole the big black-backed blank book.
I know it concerns some of you, but I made very clear to Putin that we're not going to seek escalation.
Oh, son of a gun. You thought I was going to say son of a bitch, didn't you?
And look, I can hop up and down on the ball. But that is not all. Oh, no, that is not all.
I mean, it's impossible to imagine Biden negotiating with anyone. I've said this is elder abuse. This bloke is the president, the leader of the free world, yet he's in cognitive decline. Have a look at this yesterday, and what must those around the table be thinking?
But there's to be, beginning this effort for 2021 is, I think we've learned a few lessons from last year as well. There's help, being there to help clear roads, rebuild main streets, and so that the families can get back to their lives. That's what FEMA does every single day.
What the hell would those people around the table be thinking? His incoherence is not new, but it surely can't go on. There will have to be a presidential resignation shortly. Listen to this from only a couple of weeks ago.
The only way to spare more pain and more loss, the only way, these millstones no longer mark our national mourning. These milestones, I should say, no longer mark our national mourning.
God help me.
Look, tomorrow's Superstar Tuesday, and I want to thank you all. I tell you what, I'm rushing ahead, aren't I? I would eliminate the capital gains tax. I would raise the capital gains tax. We choose unity over division. We choose science over fiction. We choose truth over facts.
What the fuck? Man, fucking, you remedial. What does that mean? Retarded.
I commuted every single solitary day to Wilmington, Delaware, over 500 miles a day. 250 miles a day. You know, the rapidly rising I don't know, even think about it. I have no idea. I have no idea whether it'll be a Republican Party. I can hardly wait to debate him on stage. I want people to see me standing next to him and him standing next to me. We'll see who's sleepy.
Mr. Vice President, thank you. Thanks for your time. Please come back in less than 13 years, sir.
All right, Chuck. Thank you very much.
All right. It's Chris, but anyway.
Chris. I just did Chris. No, I just did Chuck. I tell you what, man, these are back to back. Anyway, I'm part of that Obama coalition. I come out of the black community in terms of my support. If you notice, I have more people supporting me in the black community that have announced for me because they know me. They know who I am. 3 former chairs of the Black Caucus. The only African-American woman that ever been elected to the United States Senate. A whole range of people.
No,
my point is...
That's not true. The other one is here.
I said the first. I said the first African-American elected. First, the only African-American woman that ever been elected to the United States Senate.
Gentlemen, which brings me to my next point. Don't smoke crack.
We should be making those masks. We should be moving on those ventilators. We can do that. Why doesn't he just act like a president? That's a stupid way to say it.
You know, Donald Trump was asked on...
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I probably best I don't. I just can't figure the guy. It's like watching a yo-yo. I shouldn't have said it that way. It's like watching.
It feels that way.
And I tell you what, I'm so darn proud. And those poor people who have lost, anyway. Hello, everyone. I'm coming directly to you for ask a quick favor. I would see to it for immediately moving toward, we're in fact in a position now that if in fact we dealt with mitigation across the board, just what we did in the last administration and before, leading to a standard that we provide efficiency for appliances.
Have you ever had a dream that you want him to do you so much?
That saves billions of gallons of gasoline. I mean, billions of $2.3 billion worth of, $500 billion in savings and 2-something billion metric tons of CO2 going in the air. I've been here a number of times. Last time was, I think, all the way back in 2014, but I've been here before that. I love this place. Look, what's not to like about Vermont in terms of the beauty of it, and what a neat town.
Gosh.
Because we cannot get reelected. We cannot win this reelection. We can only reelect Donald Trump.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
If elected, you would turn 82 at the end of your first term. You'd be the oldest president in American history. Are you willing?
Churchill.
Are you willing to commit American history?
Oh, American history.
Yes. Are you?
I was joking. That was a joke.
Okay.
We should make sure that we have no one going to jail for a drug offense. They go directly mandatory prison.
Officer a-hole, and b-dicks.
We'll call you.
Mandatory treatment, not prison.
How come you college motherfuckers think y'all run everything?
We bring social workers into homes of parents to help them deal with how to raise their children. It's not that they don't want to help. They don't know quite what to do. Play the radio. Make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night. The phone. Make sure the kids hear words. You get a tax break for a racehorse. Why in God's name couldn't we provide an $8,000 tax credit for everybody who has child care costs? 4 more years of Donald Trump will go down as an aberration. Hard to overcome the damage he's done, but we can overcome it. 8 more years of Donald Trump will change America in a fundamental way. The America we know will no longer exist.
You lose.
This is my little sister, Valerie, and I'm Jill's husband.
How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? The world may never know.
China is going to eat our lunch. Send a text to the word United to the number 30330. Okay? That's United. 30330 or 303330 or BOO. Wait. You got it. It's on the back there. In my household, you could never, ever say, when you get in a fight with somebody, you could never say anything about them that was true. You couldn't say if they were 300 pounds, you couldn't say you're fat. You couldn't say you're skinny. You shouldn't say you're short. And you want to check my shape on, let's do push-ups together here, man. Let's run. Let's do whatever you want to do. Let's take a But look, fat, look, here's the deal.
How do you explain the performance in Iowa, and why should the voters believe that you can win the national election?
It's a good question. Number one, Iowa's a Democratic caucus. You ever been to a caucus? No, you haven't. You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier. You said you were, but now you got to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm prepared to say that I have a record of over 40 years and that I'm going to beat Joe Biden.
What the fuck?
You want to nominate a Democrat, a lifelong Democrat, a proud Democrat, an Biden-Obama Democrat. No man has a right to raise a hand to a woman in anger other than in self-defense, and that's rarely ever occurs. And so we have to just change the culture, period, and keep punching at it and punching at it and punching at it. 150 million people have been killed since 2007 when Bernie voted to exempt the gun manufacturers from liability. More than all the wars, including Vietnam, from that point on.
I actually said the other night, I was watching him when he said about half the population wiped out with guns. I said, that's a horrible thing. That's the end of his evening. That's the end of his political career. And then after the debate, they're reviewing him. They said, Joe Biden had a great night last night.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. Sounds corny. Not a joke. Think about it. We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing.
What the fuck?
It's a long way until November. We got more questions.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
He didn't just say what I think he did he?
It don't have nothing to do with Trump. It has to do with the fact I want something for my community. I would love to see.
Take a look at my record, man. I extended the voting rights 25 years.
Biden is referring to Senate Bill 2703, the Voting Rights Act Reauthorization and Amendments Act of 2006. Biden didn't write the bill, nor was he the sponsor. That would be Arlen Specter, a Republican.
I have a record that is second to none. The NAACP has endorsed me every time I've run.
And that's not true at all.
The NAACP was forced to release a statement saying, "We want to clarify that the NAACP is a nonpartisan organization and does not endorse candidates for political office at any level."
God help me. And then this.
I have never been particularly poor at calculating how to get things done in the United States Senate. So the best way to get something done, if if it holds near and dear to you that you like to be able to, anyway.
Putting Biden in this position of leading the world's democracies is elder abuse.
Tony Willie. Yeah, boy. Hey, mama. What the hell you want with?
Boy, you kind of snuck up on me there.
I am very, very sneaky, sir.
I see that.
Sneaky, sneaky, sir.
You kind of just snuck up on me there, man.
I fear you're underestimating the sneakiness, sir.
That's all, folks.